Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome back. Hopefully, I get more in the groove with the posting of the YouTube. But I had my sprints on Wednesday, which I have confirmed I am doing sprints again next Wednesday. And today is the bookish chat. I want to do a bookish chat at the end of every month, kind of catch up on what I've read, what you guys are reading, what you guys are going to read, because, books help an author out. All right, let's get to the comments. I know Kay was here super early. Hi. And I think she's still doing streams. I'm not for sure. I closed all of my tabs because my laptop does not like streaming with a bunch of tabs, especially other video tabs. Rita, hello. All right. Thank you. Hi, Day. Is it Day or yeah, it's Day, right? Please tell me I'm pronouncing that right. All right, so what have we got going on? Like I said, welcome to my channel. Please, by all means, drop book recommendations, what you're reading, what you're going to read. Everyone have their tabs open where they're going to buy said books. Thank you. Yes. Always good to have that confirmation. But yeah, am I repeating myself? Hi, my name is Devon. I write fantasy and steampunk with snarky female leads. I write anything, and my debut book, The Witch's Crystal, is available on Amazon, Google, Apple, all the places. If you want a free copy, message me, let me know, and I will send you an ARC copy. But should I get started? Oh, I'm having a giveaway in May, a big giveaway. Like, I still have a lot of my publishing money, fundage left over, so I can do one. There's going to be like a lot of prizes, like 29 people are going to be able to get stuff. So sign up for my newsletter or follow me on all the socials. Everything should be linked somewhere in the description below. But so what do you guys want to talk about first? Because I have some nonfiction, a ton of fiction. Like, let's do the boring stuff first, the nonfiction. We can do that. I am currently listening to 2 audiobooks. One is How Language Began. You know what? Let me see if I can I'll pull up my Amazon and show you, since I don't know how to add pictures to the screen yet. Share screen. Share screen too. Yeah, I can share screen too. Yes, there we go. All right. And allow. There we go. Okay. So, as I said, I am a wide reader. I will read almost anything. But I'm currently listening to this book. It's okay. He's got, some opinions in there that I just don't quite follow, because I think humans are innately creative to be able to speak, how they're able to evolve into the language. But yeah, I like it. It's okay. I'll keep reading it or listening to it. The other nonfiction book I am listening to is a craft book. Story Genius. How to use brain science to go beyond outlining and write a riveting novel before you waste 3 years writing 327 pages that go nowhere. I have to say that it's good. There will be more on this later. But definitely follow me because I'll be working with a couple other authors on a discussion about this. But yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely worth the read, especially if you're drafting a book. Now let's get on to the fun stuff, and don't mind me while I consult my notes. ADHD and all that jazz. Ah, yes, fiction. Fiction, oh my goodness. I have read a lot so far this year. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I average about 40 books a year. So I stumbled across a new author and we did an ARC swap. So she read my book, I read hers for reviews, and her third book is coming out. The Blood of the Lion by C.D. McKenna is a high fantasy book, and it's going to be a trilogy. There is so much angst and politics and magic, and not just any kind of magic. There's different kinds of magic that I haven't seen written anywhere else. Totally fantastic. Oh, hey Rita, I'm glad you did make it. So the books follow 3 main characters: Sarah, Maury, and Cyrus. Cyrus is the first dragon rider in centuries, and he just stumbled upon an egg. I have read the first 2, so I've read this one and the second book, which is The Mark of the Damned. So good. I cannot wait. This third one is already on pre-order, and this is going to wrap up the world. And poor Sierra. She's got it rough. Let's see. Yeah. So I let my friend borrow these next 2 books. And I can't type. Don't mind the mistyping. Mages of Oblivion. And Oblivion is the name of like the country. But Poisoned Empire and Conspirator's Kingdom, and her third book is coming out soon. I haven't read this one yet, The Fire Tongue Heir. I think I have it in my Kindle. I think she offers it for free. Okay. Through her newsletter. So if you follow her, make sure you get her newsletter. But so her favorite trope that she likes to say about this one: Cinderella, a feral Cinderella, meets the lies of Locke Lamora in this lush romantic fantasy set in a world inspired by Eastern Roman Empire. So Eastern Roman Empire, and then her second book goes into more of an Egyptian theme. And I haven't quite pinned down the theme of her third book yet. Let me see if I can. Let's pull it up. Here it is. Isles of Corruption. And she is doing signing up for anyone who wants to read this for free too. So just check her out. She's on Instagram, Threads. I'm not sure where else she may be. I think those are the two main ones. But oh look, there's the date, September 4th. Yes, I have to remember to mark that down. Now, the next books that I already finished reading. These ones are definitely on the spicier side. So take note of that. Heavy, like, yes. We're talking a mafia, romance, why choose, reverse harem, spicy. But they were good. These are the fourth set in this world. The first one, yeah, so her next two are coming out soon. Let's see. I've read all of her books. I borrowed all of them from my friend because that's what she likes. Riches to Riches. Abs Valley Book 1 is where this whole world starts. So it starts off with Alyssa. She is the daughter of a mob boss who passed away, and she's now taking over, but not everyone appreciates a woman in power. And she just so happens to have a bunch of guys who work underneath her who also love her. So we'll leave that at that. Mark of the Damned. I did read one beta, Soul Reaper, title not final. I did a critique, two critiques for a fellow author, another critique, and I went to the book con here in St. Augustine in Florida, and I picked up a couple. I've got a whole stack over here. It's so crazy. That's not it. Okay, there it is. So I purchased two physical books from this book con. This one is about a mermaid, and it is like very short. We're talking like maybe 2 hours worth of reading time. Uninterrupted 2 hours worth of reading time. It was okay. I mean, it's signed. I'll probably reread it because there's definitely... I don't know why this was a short story, not a full-length novel, but I have a list of her other books. So I'm going to find out if that correlates into any of her other ones. And then I got this one, which is a small town. Sorry, my husband just walked in. Are you getting started?
Yeah, I'm going to go Home Depot.
Okay.
Come, Bowser.
The puppy entered. So this one is a small town romance book. It takes place in, I want to say they said Fernandina Beach, but of course they changed the name of this one here in Florida. I got almost halfway through it because it got very Hallmarky for me, like a little too lovey-dovey. This is one that I did not finish, but I will finish once I complete reading Liberation, which is by another fellow author that we did a ARC swap on. Oh yeah, I didn't write Liberation down, did I? Liberation is another high fantasy book. Oh goodness. By I don't even have my Kindle in here to find out. Let me move this over here and I'll see if I can find her. R.M. Krog. There we go. All right, so I have this one, the second one that she gave for free in her newsletter. I think she's got another one coming out too, but I plan on getting this one. But Liberation is what I'm reading at the moment, and it's good. All the characters haven't met each other yet, but they're going to. I can feel it. It's going to happen. All right, let's see. Where was I? That. Okay. Upcoming reads. Let me move my stack. Find my planner. I have labeled May for Sci-Fi Fantasy Month, just so I can make sure I don't over or burn out on any particular genre. Oh, I also forgot. My son and I are listening to Jurassic Park tune from school. So we should be finishing that one up too, but that's another audiobook. I have a couple of books written down specifically for reading in April, but I don't think I'm going to pick those up quite yet because I need to finish book 2, The Witch's Mirror, for my series. The ones I do have down are Haunting Adeline, which I'm sure everyone has heard about. If not, let me... Oops. Forgot the age. Oh, there it is. So this is a stalker romance, and I'm only curious about it because of the hype, good and bad, that's been going around on it. Oh, I also have A Curse of Scales. Scales and Flame? Is that the full title? No, that's not it. Curse of Scale and Feathers? I think it's Feathers. Scales. Yes, Curse of Scales and Feathers. This is by another indie author, S.D. Huston. I've actually joined in on some of her sprints, and she is the founder of the AWC, the Authortuber Writer Conference. So, if anyone's interested in that, we're having our conference online in June. It's free. It's 3 days, talking to cover artists, other authors, how to market, and things like that. Yes, yes, Day. There are a lot of mixed feelings about that, and definitely not condoning stalking whatsoever. I'm more interested in the fact that she's an author being stalked, and it's supposed to be a romance. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm not actually going to read it for April because I need to finish writing my book. Okay, Rita. I gotcha. I gotcha. So I am doing a reread of Mythic in May. I'm not sure though because he's writing a second book for that, so I'm wondering if I should wait. Wait to do my reread of this. And I actually have this one. I got a signed copy. Bam! Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. I love it. I haven't actually read the paper book. I already had it on my Kindle when I went to a book con here in Orlando. But thinking about doing a reread of that. I am going to read McMurdo Rift. It is a sci-fi right here. And I got the prequel to this series through his newsletter. If you want the free reading material, just sign up for author newsletters because, I mean, there's usually free stuff in there. So I've got the first book here in my Kindle, and I read the prequel. This is what got me. One ex-wife, her missing husband, a mysterious alien race. What more do you need? And I also have another sci-fi, Price War, by Richard Holiday. And his second book just released too, I believe. June 29th is his second book. So that's plenty of time. I'll have this done in May. And this book I was introduced to from Adrian's interview with this author. Adrian is the one who wrote Mythic. So check out his YouTube channel. Oh, let me grab that real quick. I'll drop it in there. But he does some author interviews. I think he's going to slow down while he writes book 2. I need to catch up on his updates. And here goes my internet. And he goes, books by Adrian. Let me find that specific interview. I'll drop his link in there. Copy. Send. So yeah, he does live interviews with authors, and that's where I met that author. I can't wait to get started because it's like a slapstick comedy. It sounds much or more funnier than Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. We'll just put it that way. And I don't have any other. Oh, I do have one more. I have one more book that it is. No, that's not it. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know how to find her name though. Love, ships, and sea serpents. See, this is what I get. And I didn't even spell serpents right. There it is. This one is on my list. And I'm wondering if I should come up with like a pirate mermaid monthly theme, because I've got some rereading and another book to read. But don't know much about this one. A sea serpent isn't what they thought would bring them together. See? There's pirates in there. That's all I need to know. Pirates and magical creatures. So the other book I was thinking of was right, Rita? I know I spelled her name wrong. To Instagram. NNTAG. This series. I read book 1 in 2 days. I read book 2 in 1 day, and I purchased The Forest Air, but have not picked it up yet. She also has 2 novellas that fit in between. One is, I think they're both before this book. Yeah, I think they're both before book 1. 2 prequels. They're very short. So, yeah, I have to do a reread of The Golden Wolf, and then I need to pick up The Forest Air, because The Forest Air, if I'm not mistaken, are his children. So that's what I have for fiction. Let's go into what I found, not just at the BookCon, I've already shared those, but the other bookstores. My husband took my youngest to another con. Yes, Rita, very interesting. You've got pirates and mermaids and magic. What else do you need in life, right? Especially living in Florida. It's all about the pirates. So my husband took my youngest and our son's friend to a con here in Florida, like a mini Comic-Con. I can't even remember what it was called. And he picked up this book for me because I didn't go because I was sick. And this is another fantasy. If the enemies of your enemies are still your enemies, how do you know who your friends are? Those one-liners, they just get you. So I think this is like book 1 of maybe 3, and the map is amazing. So this is called A Good Running Away. Misplaced Mercenaries, book 1. Then I went to our local comic shop here, and I was surprised because I'd been there before. I just didn't notice his itty bitty display on the checkout counter, and I should have because it's in the face. And I found a local author book. And this one is part 1, and I saw 4 books with, similar cover, but a different character on the front of each book. And this one has a dwarf on it with a bow and arrow. The Gnome, or Gnome, I guess, The Gnome in the Tapestry, The Soul Sword Chronicles Part 1. And it has, I guess, like a blurb from the book. They pulled their hair out and screamed. They waited for heaven's mercy or hell's fury to fall on them. That was the typical response recorded 950 years ago when the full moon fell upon the earth and opened a huge fissure, releasing a great demon to plague the land. So that is this one. And the author is G.A. Teskey. Let's see if I can pull it up for you guys. That looks like his name. It doesn't look like he has an author. Oh, here we go. So here is this one, local author from my community. I'm so excited. And I'm going to get with the comic book owner to see if, because his arrangement, he told me with this author was for every book sold, it went towards a credit for comic books. So that's what I'm going to do because I need to finish The Last Ronin. And I will pull up this one. And there it is. 5 books in this series by Kevin Petway. All right, moving on. On my birthday, my friend and I went to a new local stationery shop. And I already pulled this website up because it's fabulous in there. It has all the stationery, all the crafting stuff. It also has all the expensive stationery. Some of their fountain pens range in the 500 to 800s. So no. But I got this book. It's called The Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. And it is, like it says, a dictionary. So opening it up to this random page, thrapped, adjective, awed at the impact someone has had on your life, feeling intimidated by how profoundly they helped shape your identity, having served as a ghostwriter of a work that nevertheless only appears under your name. Obscure. This is a cute little book. Right? $800 pen better write a book for me. Better than the AI programs. So yes, this is Anemoa is the name of that shop. Let's see if this book is available. It looks like it's on here. There it is. Yes, that's this book. You wouldn't believe the words that I have learned. Haven't used any of them in my writing yet. All right, lastly, and I'm pretty sure this will not be on Amazon, but I picked up this book from the flea market. It is called Up Front by Bill Malden, and this was published in 1945. It's got picture of soldiers. Let's get rid of that. There we go. It's got pictures of soldiers, and the artwork looks familiar. The pages are very brown and crinkly. But opening it up to a random page, I love old books. If you have old books, please share because they are fabulous. I think the oldest book I own is from the 1700s. And up to another page. But it takes place during World War II on the front lines, I'm assuming. There's no like introductory pages. Yeah, it doesn't exactly say what it's about, but there are pictures of bombed buildings and soldiers. And it looks like it takes place in France. So, yeah, I love finding these old books. Flea markets, garage sales. That's where I find a lot of my older stuff. And most of my older stuff is in the bedroom in a china cabinet where the dogs can't get to them because they like to chew on things, especially books. Like my favorite book. It's so good. Even my dogs loved it. So puppies, man. Puppies. All right, let's see. Where are we? I think I have covered, fictions, finds, upcoming reads. Now let's get into finding free books. So one of my fellow authors found her book on a pirated site, which is utter baloney because she offers her books for free in certain places. And just like me, you just message like, hey, can I get a free book? Yeah, sure. Here it is. Please leave a review. One sentence, totally fine. So I thought I would share places that you can find free books. Now, I'm not going to talk about KU because KU is a paid service. Ream can be a paid service, but I'm sure that some books on Ream are available for free, chapter by chapter or short stories. And also not talking about the library because it's obvious you get books for free at the library. And what I'm going to talk about is eBooks because eBooks are easier to distribute. If you have a paper book, paper costs money. So mostly eBooks. Unless you enter giveaways. That's a good way to get free books. There's no reason to pirate. There are ARC reading websites like NetGalley and Book Sirens. I use Book Sirens, and it is a fabulous program. It's easier as an author to use Book Sirens than NetGalley that I feel. You can ask an author. Most of the times they have free reading material. I went to the BookCon and I got free books that were not KU from Amazon. I have seen free books on Google Play Books, Smashwords, Apple. All you have to do is go in there and search. I think Barnes & Noble's even has free books, ebooks. So just there's so many options out there. People don't have to pirate. And most of the times when you pirate a book, the formatting is so off because it looks like they just screenshot it and then upload it. So there's no guarantees there. But yeah, sign up for newsletters. That's how authors get you in their newsletters, is by offering free things, free reading material. Don't pirate. You don't need to do that. uh, yes, sometimes you have books with signatures and notes in it, and it's very endearing, and you wonder what happened to the person who owned the book? Why did it end up at the flea market, or things like that? And puppies. Yes, I love my puppies. Sometimes not so much. Want to see what they did this morning? My sweater has been chewed through. Luckily, I have a serger. Just need to dust it off. But that's it. That's everything. Does anyone else have any other reads? What are you reading? Sharing? Going to read? Feel free to drop it in the comments. We are heading into, we're at 41 minutes in. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. Happy reading. And if you're writing a book, please leave your information in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to follow and read. If you're in for an ARC swap, I'm available for that. Not next month, though. I think that covers just about everything. Don't forget to comment #replay if you're catching this after the live. My newsletter is up. You can ask me for a free copy of my book, The Witch's Crystal, which has my snarky female lead. And I will hopefully finish writing book 2 by the end of April. I think I've mentioned that several times. So, all right. Well, thanks everyone for coming in, and have a great day. Bye.